What's up guys, it's me Noel Bomber. Welcome back to Kingdom Hearts Explained. Today I will be talking about time travel. This is a relatively new concept in Kingdom Hearts considering it was first featured in Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance back in 2012. I've mentioned before that I personally don't like the introduction of time travel in stories because it messes up the plot. I also mentioned, however, that Kingdom Hearts sort of saved itself from this issue because of the dynamics of time travel, so let me just get to explaining it. So I doubt I have to explain what time travel is, but in Kingdom Hearts, it's a bit more complicated than simple time travel dynamics seen in movies. So, unlike different movies and other media, you can't simply time travel with a machine or with the snap of your fingers. It's also unclear how you learn how to time travel since there are only two actual people who know how to do it, and both just happen to be Keyblade Masters. This is of course Xehanort and Yen Sid. So I'm guessing this is an ability that is taught to experienced Keyblade Masters. It's very likely that the master of Eraqus and Xehanort taught Eraqus how to change the land of departure with his Keyblade, and Xehanort how to time travel. This is also supported by the fact that the first thing Aqua learned as a master was how to change the land of departure with the Master Keeper. But I'm digressing a little bit, so let's get back to time travel. Like I said earlier, you can't just snap your fingers and go to different times. There are rules that you must abide by in order to even perform this. The first rule, you have to throw away your body. There are exceptions to this, but this normally requires a second person, and one of them has to have the ability. For example, when Ansem time traveled himself to his younger days, he first got rid of his body in order to do so, which explains why he was wearing a brown robe in Kingdom Hearts 1. However, young Xehanort, Sora, and Riku all time travel with their bodies intact because the power was either given to them, in young Xehanort's case, or someone who had the ability used it on them. Such was the case with Sora and Riku when Xemnas did that to them for the Mark of Mastery. So they didn't have to cast away their body for any sort of reason to time travel. Another important rule that you also have to abide by is that you can only travel to points in the past where you yourself existed. Meaning that someone like Xehanort, he can go back to all these different times, but he cannot go back to even something like the day before his birth, because there was no version of him that was present. With this rule, you can also go to different points in time where another type of you, or another version of you, I should say, existed. For example, Xehanort can time travel to any point involving Xemnas, Ansem, and Terra Xehanort, because they're all different versions of him. One last rule is that you cannot change anything that is destined to happen. Everything that has happened in Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2, those are set in stone. That cannot be changed. Now, I'm going to be doing something right now that I don't expect to do a lot in this series, and that's include real-life science. According to many circles of relativity in science, there is something attached to time travel called the grandfather paradox. This debunks the possibility of time travel really as a whole. A grandfather paradox is something akin to, if you go back in time to change the continuity, then the chronological tangent that you yourself existed in gets erased. But if you were erased, how could you have performed what you did to change the timeline? The biggest example of the grandfather paradox is if you go back in time to kill your grandfather. So you go back in time to kill your grandfather, prevents your parents from getting born, and that also prevents you from getting born. Well, if you never existed, how are you able to go back in time to kill your grandfather? It's impossible. So you may think, well, then time travel shouldn't be even possible even in Kingdom Hearts. But in Kingdom Hearts, the universe prevents any major changes from happening. So it's not that Xehanort won't go back in time to stop Sora from defeating Ansem or Xemnas, or even stopping Terra, Ventus, and Aqua from defeating him and Vanitas. It's a matter of he can't. The universe won't allow it. The only thing you can really do besides try and live different points of your life again is to give your past self either information about the future or give them the power to time travel. So like I said earlier, you can acquire the power to time travel if it was given to you by somebody else. However, if you give someone in the past the ability to move forward in time, the second they return to their original time, they will have forgotten everything that had happened past them leaving from their original time. However, anything they may have learned about their future selves will lead them to subconsciously follow that path. Another final note about time travel is that you can also very easily and very obviously run into your past selves. I just want to point out, this is why Sora and Riku went on the raft in Dream Drop Distance. Not because they were just trying to see if the raft would work or something like that, but rather they didn't want to run into their past selves, so they decided to go out and see where they wouldn't even be seen. And with that said, that's really going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys rate, comment, and subscribe. Next video, I will be discussing replicas, so look forward to that. So hope you guys rate, comment, subscribe. This has been Noir Low Bomber, and I'm out.